Hello, welcome. So, Army General is out. I would like to play Army General, but first what I will do, I will play the tutorial. A very short, just to see how it works, so maybe somebody will want to see it as well, so...
General, the warning order has been issued. The Warsaw Pact has broken through. We need to reach the town as quickly as possible.
Okay. Measurement time.
Army General lets you command Cold War-era military formations on a massive strategic scale. Each unit pawn is the size of a battalion or equivalent. 1 day corresponds to 5 turns.
5 turns, 1 day. Okay.
Select the 1st Squadron of the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment by left-clicking the mouse.
1st Squadron, 11th. Okay.
As indicated on its label and in the side information panel, this unit has 12 action points per turn. These are used to move and fight.
Okay.
Each action costs 4 action points. If a unit moves to the light squares, they can still start combat in the same turn. If a unit moves further to a dark square, they are unable to join a battle afterward.
Okay, so light and dark squares. Okay.
Access all the subordinate formations that make up a unit by clicking on the companies shown in the side panel. These are historically accurate. The icon indicates a unit's main role.
Okay.
In the case of the 111th ACR, it is a tank. Each unit in the Army General campaign can be found within the overall military hierarchy via the Order of Battle menu. You can also locate the unit formation on the map by clicking the square icon next to the name in this menu.
Okay. Can click there.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the user interface. When ready, move the 111th ACR towards the objective with your mouse's right button.
Okay, so you have different companies. Okay. How could I see that thing? Okay, I'm bad, I guess. Action points, so where they are? These are red, these are blue. I need to move there, so I can move here, 4 points.
You didn't follow instructions. Please try again.
Lol. I need to move there, okay. I thought I can do it in...
General, the 111th has been delayed. The squadron cannot reach Fulda immediately.
Your unit has used up all its action points. It can no longer move or fight this turn. End your turn using the next turn button.
Okay. Next turn here, okay.
The distance a land unit can travel depends on the terrain. Forests may slow down units, while roads allow for faster movement. You can change the speed of unit movements with the game speed button. Select and move the 111th ACR to Fulda.
Okay, here game speed, casualty list, order of battle. Okay, this is syntax, okay. And I can press it like this, okay. Now I see. So it needs to go to Fulda, so I have 12 action points.
General, the 1st Squadron has reached Downs Barracks. The helicopters of the 411th ACR and 2nd Battalion of the 82nd Field Artillery Regiment are ready to join them.
Okay.
Move the 411th ACR to the objective. As a helicopter unit, it is not affected by terrain modifiers.
Okay, we have a helicopter unit. Okay. Oh, I need to move it here. It used all the... one
Move
square,
the
one
2nd
action.
Battalion.
Okay.
This is an artillery unit. They have different movement rules. Their 5 action points lets them travel more than 5 squares. However, if they still want to engage in combat, they can only move 1 or 2 squares in the same turn.
Okay.
You can move several units simultaneously by making a multiple selection with a drag and drop while holding the left mouse button, followed by right-clicking the mouse. Each unit will take the best possible route to reach its destination.
Okay.
Good news, General. All available units reached Fulda on schedule. We can now prepare for battlefield reconnaissance.
Congratulations. You have learned the basics of Army General Unit movement, user interface, and controls. The next tutorial will cover attacking and combat.
Okay. Let's check the next one.
General, it is confirmed. Warsaw Pact forces cross the inner German border. The enemy is advancing rapidly on our forward positions. Commit your forces without delay.
Okay.
We can send the 111th ACR to meet the enemy. Their scout units should be arriving in Hunefeld.
Let's talk combat. To begin a fight, you must first see your enemy.
Okay.
In Army General, all units can spot any enemy unit 8 squares away.
Squares away, okay.
The red front line around Hunefeld shows that enemy units have recently been sighted there. Select the 111th ACR.
Okay.
Move your unit to the objective. It is on a light square. This means you still have enough action points to initiate an attack on an enemy unit during your turn.
Okay. Go here.
General, we spotted an enemy recon battalion. Engage in combat immediately.
Each battalion has a zone of control indicated by the hatched squares. This zone prevents enemy units from advancing closer. You can attack an enemy unit when your unit touches the enemy's zone of control and have 4 action points
Okay, so I
remaining.
need to be next to it and have 4 action points. Okay.
Left-click on the enemy battalion to prepare for battle. Confirm you want to engage in combat by clicking Prepare Attack. In the Battle Plan panel on the right, you can select the battalions you want to bring into combat. There is only space for 1 battalion in each category except for main combat battalions, which feature 2 slots.
Okay.
Main combat battalions are the only units that can initiate an attack. Other auxiliary types cannot start a combat, only provide support. You can find more details on each battalion's role by hovering over their slot. Add the 111th ACR to the battle plan by left-clicking on one of the main combat slots or by right-clicking on the unit's model in the campaign view. Empty a slot by right-clicking it or on the in-game model.
Okay.
The preparation panel compares the sum of the attacker's attack values with the defense value of all visible defending units. The likely outcome of the battle is indicated.
So I will lose because I don't have attacks. Okay.
You can try to improve this outcome by resolving the battle yourself via the Tactical Battle button. For this tutorial, simulate the battle via the Auto-Resolve button after adding your unit to the main combat slot. This lets the
Okay. I have 19 attack, he has 8. Okay, so this will be amazing.
automatic or manual combat resolution calculates a ratio for each side. This ratio determines the outcome of the battle. This includes losses and fatigue suffered by all battalions involved. Losses result in an irreversible drop in attack and defense values. Despite a major victory, your unit's label shows that its values have dropped from 1812, which impacts a unit's combat effectiveness. Note that your 1 to 11th ACR suffers fatigue points despite its victory. Close the
General, the enemy recon battalion is falling back. We can't let them get away.
A battalion that suffers a defeat automatically retreats 1 square. Your 111th ACR is still in contact with the enemy's zone of control, but no longer has any action points available. End your turn.
Okay.
Your unit's fatigue gauge has dropped by 1 point. Each turn, all units recover 1 point of fatigue, as they have had time to reorganize. Repeat the previous steps to destroy the enemy recon battalion.
So I can attack him again, huh?
There's the canisters. Right, let's the airfield.
Total
A
victory.
battalion is
Okay.
destroyed when it suffers more than 70% losses, or if adjacent units prevent it from retreating.
Or fatigue
If a
reaches
unit's
6.
fatigue gauge reaches 6, it will, when disorganized, a unit loses its zone of control. It cannot attack, and any new attack results in its destruction. Repeated attacks on a powerful unit without giving it time to reorganize is a viable way to increase its fatigue and ultimately destroy it.
Okay.
General, we destroyed the recon battalion. It would be wise to fall back on Fulda for the time.
Congratulations, you've mastered the combat basics in Army General. The next tutorial will cover defense.
Okay, let's see how defense looks like.
Sir, we have eliminated the enemy recon group. However, the Soviet vanguard is not far away. They will attack Fulda soon. What's more, HQ has informed us of multiple enemy aircraft in our area of operation. We must prepare to defend.
Okay, now it's...
The enemy is preparing to attack. The 111th ACR can be easily isolated in its current location. You must relocate. The urban area on the edge of Fulda will be an excellent spot to establish a defensive position.
So I need to go back.
Units gain a defensive bonus depending on the type of terrain. When hovering over an in-game model, the shield below your cursor shows the modifier. This can range from plain, forest, semi-urban,
Okay,
or
that's
urban.
interesting.
Move your unit to the objective.
So here... It says shield below. Where is that shield? So this 4, 3, 3. I don't understand.
The 111th ACR is now better positioned to resist an attack. All units supporting a friendly battalion, including air forces, will benefit from the defending unit's terrain bonus.
Okay.
Sir, the helicopters of the 411th ACR can provide strong and mobile support to our armored units on the ground.
All battalions can support a defending unit if they stand close enough. Select your helicopter squadron.
Okay.
To be able to support an allied unit under attack, a unit must be in or adjacent to its zone of control. The unit must also have at least 4 action points at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Now move your squadron to the objective.
Exactly 4.
The
Okay.
helicopters of 411th ACR still have 4 action points remaining at the end of the turn. As an auxiliary squadron, they can come to the aid of the 111th ACR if the
But I
latter
don't
unit
remember
is
how close I
attacked.
need to be to defend.
Sir, the U.S. 3rd Armored Division came through. Additional artillery and air forces have been placed under our command. They will provide critical support in the coming battle.
Artillery and aviation units follow different rules when attacking or defending. Select your artillery. Artillery battalions can join the attack or defense of all friendly units within their fire support range, as indicated by the green circle.
Okay.
In
there's
order
a
to
green
do
circle.
so,
Okay.
the artillery unit needs at least 4 action points.
Okay.
In the current situation, the artillery battalion
don't
doesn't need to
move it.
move to aid your friendly armor during the enemy's turn.
Because I will waste
Select your
points.
air squadrons at the edge of the map. Air squadrons are always located at the edge of the map.
4
They
action
feature
points.
4 action points. An air unit's high speed allows them to take part in 1 combat per turn,
Per turn,
anywhere on the map.
Sir, we suspect the enemy is preparing an air attack. We should set up our anti-air defenses.
Like other ground forces, anti-air battalions can support friendly units in
Okay,
their attack.
let's do it.
Anti-air battalions also have the
had a
strategic
blue line.
defensive ability to intercept enemy air units. Click on the Deploy Anti-Air button above the battalion information panel.
Okay.
Deploying an anti-air costs 4 action points.
this is
The
interesting
anti-air
as well.
battalion will remain in this defensive state until moved. A deployed anti-air battalion will try to intercept any attacking enemy aircraft within its anti-air range. When the anti-air ability is active during enemy turns, it has a chance to prevent enemy aircraft from taking part in one attack against an allied unit within the blue anti-air range. The ability also inflicts damage. Only specialized SEAD air squadrons are unaffected by anti-air interception.
Special squadrons. Seed. Okay.
We're ready to defend Fulda, General.
All available units are able to support the 111th Squadron in combat. Make ready, end your turn.
And turn is here.
As you can see, the location and remaining action points of your units allow them to participate in the following combat. Terrain bonuses are also displayed above the in-game models. Fill all available combat slots and select Prepare Attack.
On up 3.3, 0.7. All available. Auxiliary. And air support. Total victory. Okay.
The enemy must have spotted your anti-air positions, as no air attack occurred. If any enemy aircraft were intercepted, the interception panel would have preceded the combat results
Okay,
screen.
so they did not use air.
As you can see at the top of the panel, your use of combined arms of different unit types results in a negative modifier for the enemy. They only used one type of unit. Apply combined arms for additional combat bonuses.
No air support. Okay.
Sir, our defense was a success. We repelled the enemy. For the moment, Fulda is safe.
Okay, interesting.
Congratulations, you've mastered the basics of defensive combat. In the next Army General tutorial, we will further explain tactical battle.
Okay, let's see how tactical battle will look like. I've played plenty.
The enemy
of them.
managed to seize Fulda in a surprise attack during the night. We must retake the town immediately.
General, the enemy destroyed 3 of our battalions. Fortunately, fresh reinforcements have been sent to our sector. Not all new units can deploy straight away.
Not all reinforcing battalions can be commanded instantly. Some battalions are presented on the map, but are still in the process of deploying.
Okay.
A label on the in-game unit shows.
Okay.
Other battalions are still strategically redeploying and not yet visible on the map. Their expected availability is indicated when selecting the unit in the reinforcement timeline at the top left of the screen. The 2 reinforcing battalions will each be able to deploy the next turn. End your turn.
Okay, let's end the turn. Okay. Move. Did not say anything.
The 54th Engineer Battalion has finished its strategic move and is ready to be brought onto the map. Select the unit by clicking on its name in the reinforcement timeline.
Okay.
Click on the deployment point on the map to deploy the battalion.
54. So where can I deploy it? Does it say where? I guess I can deploy it here. On a position, click on a position with a, what's that? Probably I'm blind. Oh, come on. So I managed to deploy it somehow or not? Syntax. No. Okay, it's here. Okay. So what can I do now? Does not have activation points. Okay, so what else can I do? Nothing. Click on a position to define a deployment point. So probably this really looks stupid. Okay, stupid. Unbelievable. Select. Move to folder.
Sir, the fresh reinforcements should allow us to encircle Fulda and retake the town quickly. I will signal the 111th ACR to prepare for immediate combat.
Okay.
Select and move the
111th is this one. Okay, I move it here. Strange.
By encircling Fulda and the Soviet tank battalion inside, you have cut the enemy unit off from its supply line as indicated by the colored front line. Keep in mind that a battalion outside a side's zone of influence cannot recuperate any fatigue. Use all of your battalions to destroy the enemy battalion in Fulda. Select to auto-resolve the battle.
Okay, so I don't have action points. Okay, next turn. Now I do this. Prepare attack. And engineers. Auto-resolve. Okay.
Excellent news, General. Fulda is ours again. This should throw a wrench into the Warsaw Pact's operations.
Let's look at the victory conditions of an Army General campaign. A campaign ends when one side has reached its victory point objective. Alternatively, at the end of a campaign's last turn, the side with the highest score wins.
Okay, and then... Okay.
There are 3 ways to earn victory points. You might have noticed, but the flag on Fulda changed sides when your zone of influence covered it. At the start of each turn, each side receives victory points for each objective in their zone of influence. Furthermore, NATO earns 1 victory point per enemy battalion destroyed, while the Pact earns 2 victory points for the same feat. This reflects the historical strength and number of each side's battalions. Okay. Capturing Fulda earned you 5 victory points. Destroying the enemy battalion added 1 victory point.
Okay.
At the start of the next turn, you'll continue to earn 2 victory points for controlling Fulda's strategic objective.
Okay, I have 8.
More on tactical battles. While preparing for a tactical battle, you can change the distribution of deployment points and reinforcement points per minute. You can do this between you and the AI, or when playing cooperatively, the second player. The cost of each unit is specific to Army General. In preparation of a tactical battle, you can modify which battalions are controlled by each player or the AI, and even drag and drop companies between players.
Okay, you can move things.
The battlefields on which tactical battles are fought depend on the terrain of the battalion under attack. Note that command zones will always be closer to the defender's deployment zone. There are 2 ways to win a tactical battle. The first is conquest, in which the side wins by reaching the victory points objective through capturing command zones. The second involves morale. Each side has a morale gauge determined by the number of engaged battalions. Morale drops when a unit is destroyed. If a side's morale reaches 0, they lose the battle.
This was strange. If a side's morale, she said. That's a little bit strange. So it's AI.
Army General can be played online in co-op with friends or versus via the multiplayer menu. Congratulations, you have successfully completed all the Army General tutorials. Good luck, and see you on the battlefield, Commander.
Okay, so now I know better, because I never played, actually. Yeah. I did all these, actually, as well. Okay, so... that's it. Now I will play I will start the campaign and let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching this. Hope you learned something as well. And bye bye.